Of course, many social media tools are specifically designed not only to connect people, but also to help people engage with places around them locally, places within their local geographical area, and particularly local businesses. Services like Yelp let you review local businesses from a consumer side, and from a business side allow you to make connections with your customers. Other location-based services like Facebook Places and Foursquare let users check into local businesses. Yelp lets you do that as well, to let your friends know where you are, and sometimes to be offered discounts on places when you check in, that sort of thing. Social media sites have realized how important this renewed cultural emphasis on local is, and they've responded with tools that you can use to help combine social media with your community. And so again, one more reason why social media and community fit well together is just that there are so many social tools out there that are specifically made to help you engage locally. So those are some reasons why social media is a good fit with community concerns. And now I want to offer 8 ideas about how to combine social media with community. These ideas range, just before we get going, I'll let you know these ideas range from sort of the most ordinary to more and more complex ideas and more labor-intensive ideas. And I should also say, as hopefully a hopeful note to you, these are all based on actual things that I've seen companies do. So they're not completely out of left field. They're not things that are impossible for small local businesses to do. These are things that are tried and tested. So the first idea is to offer classes for individuals on social media. I'll have the honor next month of going over to Canby, Oregon to lead a Facebook 101 class for any Canby community members who want to come and learn about Facebook in an evening session. It's a free class, and it's being put on by our friends over at Canby Telcom, and it should be a really good event. Offering classes for individuals to learn about how to use social media is a great way to reach out to your community and say, hey, we understand that you have some questions about this new technology. We want to go ahead and lead you through it. Classes for individuals, I think, are a great opportunity to address some of the mystery and mistrust that I talked about a few minutes ago in terms of how people feel about social media. And you know, so many local businesses, again, particularly for our telco clients, are just sort of a natural place to go ahead and put on an event like this, where you can be inviting people in. You have the space for it, and it's related to again, for our telco clients, related specifically to the sort of technological areas that you should be an expert in anyway. It's really a great fit for companies like that. I should say, before I go on to number 2 here, I forgot, as I feel like I always do, to mention the questions bar over in your GoToWebinar control panel. So if you have any questions, please do go ahead and put those in, and we'll take those in just a few minutes. Moving right along. A similar idea to offering classes for individuals is to offer classes for local businesses on how to use social media specifically for businesses. Even many people who use Facebook or Twitter for personal use don't understand how social media can be beneficial for their business. So classes for local businesses are a great chance to help businesses learn about what services they should or shouldn't be giving their time to in terms of social media sites, how to connect with people online, how to attract and not turn off their customers, promotions that they can run through social media, expectations when it comes to social media in terms of frequency of posts and things like that. All of those things are things that could be covered in a class for businesses. This can really be an invaluable service for local businesses trying to sort of navigate who are trying to navigate the waters of social media, because often local businesses are too busy to keep up with the latest trends when it comes to technology. So offering it to them in sort of a one-stop place can really be a benefit to them. Depending on who leads the session, you may also have the benefit of learning something for your own business if you bring someone in as well. The next idea is to offer benefits to your social media connections in order to create community among them. And this can be something as simple as announcing a special sale for your Facebook likers at your retail store that only applies to them, so that they all sort of get to see each other in the same place at the same time. Or it can be a little bit more complex. And here's a fun example that I came across in an article recently. It was an article in Media Post online, and it was talking about how the Cleveland Indians, who the article referred to as one of the more forward-thinking sports teams when it comes to social media, has created a new social media suite at Progressive Field. And basically what they've done is they've provided this personalized suite where their biggest and most involved and most active social media users can come together and watch the games from their own sort of privileged place in their own special suite. And so this is something that you can emulate in some ways. Most of our clients don't have a stadium with suites in it, but maybe you offer a special social media rate on your services as a way to reward people who are most active in terms of your own social media site. Maybe you throw a party for your 30 most active social media followers. But the idea is to create community locally, specifically based around people who are engaged in social media and engaged with your particular social media sites. And this is all going to help. It's going to do two things. It's going to help people connect with each other in community, and also help them feel more loyal to your company, because it's always nice to be recognized for your loyalty and to be recognized as somebody specifically who is active through social media. Moving to number 4, one thing companies should definitely consider is making their own social media sites hubs for community events. You don't just announce what's going on with your company, but you can talk about the local high school's football game, the public meeting going on in City Hall, the restaurant opening in your downtown area, the Little League games going on, things like that. Basically bring your community together by offering your own social media sites as a place where people can come and get information on community events. They can do things like share and see photos and videos of what's going on around the community, and generally get more in touch with their local community because of your efforts to be a community hub. This takes a little bit of legwork, obviously, but another thing you can do to reduce that legwork is to ask your followers and likers to send you information about goings on around town so that it's not just all falling to you. And this can be a great way to interact with people and to reach out to the community. Moving to number 5 now. Hold specific events that invite people to use social media in one way or another. Now, if you've ever heard of a tweet up, this is sort of what I have in mind. Now, let me tell you what a tweet up is. First disclaimer, I've never been to one. But a tweet up is a social gathering where people sit around specifically for the purpose of tweeting about what is going on at the gathering. It seems to me like there's a circular wheel in there somewhere. But usually there's a specific topic or theme to the event, and people socialize as they tweet about what they're socializing about. Now, I'm not convinced that tweet-ups themselves are a great idea. I have to admit that it seems a little antithetical to a personal social gathering that everyone is sitting there typing away on their smartphones. But there are other possibilities. You could hold a Yelp gathering, a Yelp festival, if you wanted to call it that, where you could invite people to come and sample local businesses' offerings, whether it be products or services or food, and then let people review those businesses right there on the spot at the festival or at the gathering. People would, in other words, people would sort of get a discounted. They'd buy a ticket for entry, or they'd get discounted or free stuff from these companies, all in return for writing a Yelp review of the companies that they visit, which of course then helps raise the business's profile in terms of being found through Yelp. The possibilities, I mean, that's just one possibility. Really, the possibilities here are endless in terms of the kinds of events you could do. But community gatherings specifically involving or having a focus on social media are really good opportunities to get people together and let them have some fun with social media and that element. Number 6, community contests. I've got photo and video there in parentheses because that's what I've seen most often done. But basically what you can do is you can, on your own social media site, like on your Facebook page, you can invite people, you can have a contest to invite people to submit their photos of your local area, maybe the best video postcard for your town. You could also, for non-photos or videos, you could have people do things like write in with their favorite memory about your town, write a haiku about your town. I've seen all sorts of things done. You can do things, again, as something I've seen before is you have rival schools make up a video about the town or about some aspect of the town, and then people get to vote on which school's video is the best, and maybe that school ends up getting a prize, whether it be like a new computer for a computer lab, something like that. But basically, the idea is to have some sort of contest where the entry is based around something in your local community. Again, whether it's photos or videos or writing, something like that. Tips here in terms of how to make these successful. You really want to make it as easy as possible to share information about the contest, and as easy as possible to share the photos and videos and writings that get posted. And also make it really easy to enter. You don't want people to have to go through too much work to be uploading their photos and videos and that sort of thing. And really you can end up having a lot of fun with these types of community contests, and it's a really good way to build community goodwill. Now number 7, this one takes me by surprise. It seems like, at least around the Portland area, that social media scavenger hunts have become a popular thing. Now I've shown you examples on these webinars before of companies either via Twitter or via Facebook, saying the first person who goes to our such and such branch will receive a free whatever, and so basically, the people who are watching that Facebook page, they see that message, they hop in their car and they zip over to the restaurant or the store or whatever it is, and maybe they have to say a code phrase. I've seen that before. But anyway, and then they get a prize for that. So that's sort of the simple idea. I've also seen things where it's more of a true scavenger hunt, where you're trying to find multiple things around a local area. And it's fun. People like getting involved in these sorts of things, like getting out and around in their community and doing something fun like this. It's definitely an unusual thing to do. And one of the other ways to help it sort of be a connection with a social media idea is that you can have people post about it as they do it. Send in photos of where they are and what they're doing. Make that one of the requirements. Take your picture with such and such statue, that sort of thing. And I just wanted to point out that just a few days ago, if you look at this slide I'm showing now, Living Social, which is one of these Groupon-like coupon companies, did a deal for an adult scavenger hunt put on by PDX Hunt. And so, this is just, again, sort of blew my mind when it came into my email, only because I've never done one of these. It does sound like a lot of fun and a really fun way to get to know an area. The last idea to talk about, and I realize we're running short on time, is do-it-yourself deals networks. The idea here is that sites like Groupon and Living Social deals sites are very popular, but they tend to only be for big metropolitan areas. People really like a deal, and they also love their local community shops and restaurants and that sort of thing. And so consider putting together a deals system within your local community so that people can get a coupon for 25 or 50% off of the local restaurant or the mom and pop store down the street. There's a lot of legwork involved here, but there are also a lot of possibilities. I've always thought of Groupon as sort of a win-win-win situation. It's a win for the person who buys a Groupon because they get a deal. It's a win for the company that does the Groupon because they get more business and an opportunity to follow up with people after they've been in and visited. And of course, it's a win for Groupon because they're sharing in some of that revenue. So there are ways to do this. You wouldn't probably be able to do a different thing every single day, but maybe you do it weekly, something like that. And again, a lot of legwork, but definitely a possibility for local communities. It's also a way of possibly combining multiple communities. If there are 2 or 3 towns in your area that are all close to each other, you might consider, making it sort of something that bridges across communities and towns. So that's the end of that. Those are the 8 ideas in terms of combining social media with your community. I'm happy to take any questions now if you have them. One person asked, do you think the Google +1 button will replace the like button? Will we be able to do like and +1 on the same link or page? And they also asked, which one will you click? Well, so there's 3 questions in one there. I don't think the Google +1 button will replace the like button any more than Google will replace Facebook in terms of what people use. Yes, definitely you can click like and +1 and tweet and any of the other sharing buttons on the same link or page. And again, I said there are tools out there that help you do that. Which one will I be clicking? I'm much more likely to click the like button than anything else, but that's because I'm a Facebook junkie. So anyway, it looks like that's the question for today. Thank you for joining me. The next Straight Talk on social media is going to be 2 weeks from now, April 22nd, and the focus will be email marketing and social media, looking at ways to combine those, ways to get the most out of your email marketing, and that sort of thing. Also, Dave Neustraten's next Straight Talk on telco marketing will be Wednesday, April 27th at 11 o'clock Pacific time. So please, for our telco clients, plan to join us for that. Anyway, that's it for me for today. The slides will be up on Facebook in just a few minutes, as will the video in the next few days. And you have my email there and Dave's email if you have any questions for us. Otherwise, that's it for today. Thank you. Remember to keep your media social and your talk straight.